Hi there, welcome to my channel once again. Thank you for stopping by today. On today's section, we're going to discuss about the guidelines that will encourage a healthy eating pattern for all. You stay healthy, I stay healthy, we run away from hospital. Let food be the medicine and medicine be the food. So let's stay healthy by eating right. Hi, if you're stopping by for the first time, my name is Tina so I'm a public health nutritionist, and on this channel I'm committed to taking us through everything that has to do with healthy nutrition, health, beauty and lifestyle, and anything that my viewers want to see from me. If you have not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please go ahead and click on the subscribe button. So stay to the end of this video, you have to go home with something new. Today we are discussing basic guidelines that we encourage, that will guide our ways, like guideline that will guide our steps towards eating healthy and staying healthy. And number one on my list is follow a healthy eating pattern across lifespan. That is from birth till death. And this particular guideline is talking about supporting healthy body weight and reducing risk of chronic diseases like immunodeficiency syndrome, cancer, arthritis, and so many of them that are avoidable. This is feeding from birth till death. That is why UNICEF, WHO, and some other non-governmental organizations are going about encouraging mothers that the best foundation you can give to your child is to start breastfeeding immediately after birth. Why would a woman give birth and not to breastfeed? I'm yet to figure the answer to that question. So lay a good foundation by initiating breastfeeding to your baby or babies. After that, introduce complementary feeding. This is a pattern that cuts across lifespan from day one till whenever God decides to call the person. After complementary feeding, you settle into as a child. You know the food that you're supposed to give to the child. When it gets to adult age, you know what to give to the person or what to eat. When it gets to an aged person, like when you get to 65 and above, you equally know what to give to the person. And in this guideline, because it cuts across the lifespan, you are taking from all variety of foods. You're taking from fruits, you're taking from vegetables, you're taking from protein, you're taking from dairy products, you're taking from oil, grains, especially whole grain. All these are supposed to come into play on their required quantity. Most of us don't look at the normal dietary allowance or RODA. Please, as we go further, you will know that yes, it is required of us to know the quantity. And number two is variety, nutrient density, amount or quantity, and frequency. I added frequency because if you decide that you want to eat all the varieties of food, but the frequency is not as recommended, you're not getting mostly the micronutrients, you're not getting them as at when you're supposed to have them, you'll be deficient of that particular micronutrient. So eating variety of food. Another point is, he said, nutrient density. That is to say, you're supposed to put into consideration any type of food you're eating. If you're drinking alcohol, what is the health benefit of alcohol? You should you should read. Most of us don't look at labels. We should read the labels. What are the health benefits of the food we eat? If you don't see it being beneficial to your health and your life, why take it? So you toss it to the gutter or you just toss it to the trash. So consider the variety, the nutrient density, that's the benefit, as well as the amount, that's the quantity you eat. Don't give me food that will lead me to having obesity, or you are giving me food and I'm still malnourished. That is to say, I'm not getting enough of the quantity I'm supposed to eat. If you want to give your baby pap, you should give the right quantity at that particular serve or that particular meal. And when you're putting in place the variety of food you should eat, for example, you come to fruits, you should consider grapes, you should consider apples. And there is a saying that usually say that one apple a day takes you away from doctors. Who would want to be visiting doctors? So that whatever be the antioxidants that apples will supply to your system will not be lacking. You should consider vegetables like lettuce. You should consider protein, the chicken breast. Yeah, the chicken breast. You should consider unsalted walnuts. Most of us don't even, they are powdered walnuts. Put it into your food so that you get the nutrient from there as well. Take oil, take grains like beans, take dairy products. Consider all classes of food. And number 3 is limit calories from added sugars, saturated fats, and reduce sodium intake. Most of us are so dependent on junk food. So the foods that we should avoid here or limit, as this guideline is talking about, is junk food. They are so salted. Canned food, they are so salted. There's saturated fats like oil. Red oil is a saturated fat in as much as it has vitamin A content and other nutrients in it that we're supposed to take, but it should be limited. Then butter. Yeah, why not consider taking mashed avocado pear, use it in place of butter instead of taking foods that can subject us to having cardiovascular diseases. So I think it's better we limit all those things. And number 4 is shift to healthier foods and beverage choices, considering every individual in the household. We have personal choices, we have cultural differences as per what we eat, so that should be putting into consideration when making a meal for the family. Here we are choosing nutrient dense foods, that's foods that are beneficial to a particular individual. Initially, we are talking about variety of food, the benefits in the varieties of food we eat. But in this guideline, it's emphasizing on individuals. You don't feed a child of 3 months avocado pear because it's good, or you make a pap for a child of 7 months without adding oil because it's a saturated fat. No, those things are supposed to be put into consideration. What am I supposed to give this individual? When you come to culture, some culture they don't eat snail in as much as it has its nutrient value. That should be put into consideration in a family or in an environment. If you don't eat snail, there should be another provision for you. So it is important we shift to a healthier food and beverage choices. And what are we emphasizing here? Why take carbonated drinks? Why not go for fruits? Juice it. Use the juice in place of your carbonated drinks or your sugary drinks. I think it's more healthier. And the 5th guideline is like a call to action for all. It says support healthy eating pattern for all. If you find yourself in a school environment, you should be able to speak. What are these teenagers supposed to be given? What is the nutritive value of the food they are being given? Usually, as a nutritionist, serving a proper meal, we'll call it 4-star meal or 5-star meal. There are classes of food that is supposed to be considered in each serve or each meal. You see a pregnant woman eating what she's not supposed to eat, you tell her. It's a call to action for everyone. And you see a mother that is already giving a baby of 2 weeks pap. No, you should tell her politely that, madam, you're not supposed to be giving this baby this at this time. You find yourself in an elderly people's home, you should know what they're supposed to eat. Tell them what they are not supposed to do. So they're not supposed to eat salted food in excess, mostly canned food. So I want to believe if we apply these steps, these guidelines, we are supposed to have a long lifespan in good health. Like I said, number 1 is follow a healthy eating pattern across lifespan from zero birth to death. And number 2 said that you should focus on variety, the nutrient density, the amount or quantity, and as well as the frequency of food. Number 3 said limit calories from added sugar, saturated fat, and the sodium intake should be reduced. Number 4 says shift to a healthier food and beverage choices. And finally, number 5 said support healthy eating pattern for all. It's a call to action for all of us, whether you're a nutritionist, you're a dietitian, as long as you know that, hey, this person, you're sure of it, that this person is not eating the right food, please go ahead and advocate for the best for us all. So that's it for today. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please, what are you waiting for? Click on the subscribe button, like, give me thumbs up, comments, as I'm here always to answer to your questions, if any. Thank you, love you.